Hey guys, Rick Lovall here with some more bass fishing tips and tricks. I'm talking to you about the stick bait. I had a previous video on the wacky rig, and today I'm going to talk to you about Texas rigging it, but not your stereotypical Texas rig. I want to talk to you about how to Texas rig this thing with a little bit of a twist that's going to get you a lot more bites. Okay, I am a co-angler in the BFL series with the FLW. As a co-angler sitting in the back of the boat, you got to do things different, okay? The guy in the front of the boat, he's going to be probably more power fishing, and so I've got to come behind him and have some tricks up my sleeve that can get more strikes when the fish have already seen something, big, bulky, loud, powerful, something like that. And so I'm going to show you a little trick today that can really help you out. First of all, I need to tell you about what I throw this on. I throw this on a Denali Covert Lite series. These Denali rods are absolute awesome for these stick baits. This is a medium action, 8 to 14 pound test, typically line, 1/4 ounce to 5/8 ounce. This particular Denali rod is to me, it's the perfect setup for fishing these stick baits. I run a Lews 7.1 to 1 ratio reel on this thing. I can pick up line, a lot quicker on it, and it's just the thing to do. I throw this on 10-pound vicious fluorocarbon line. If the water's a little murkier, I'll go up to 12-pound line. If it's super clear, I'll drop down to 8-pound. But most of the time, this 10-pound fluorocarbon sinks. Fluorocarbon is clear. The fish can't see it nearly as well. This is what I'm going to go with here. So, couple things. First of all, this is my favorite stick bait right here. This is made by Lake Champlain Lures. This is a custom color I had them pour for me. I want you to notice on this side, you can see a lot of green pumpkin in it. And then as I turn it, you'll start seeing some purple. There's a purple strip that they pour down this side of it. And then also you'll see all the blue flakes in it. Most of the lakes that I fish are super clear. And when it's super clear and there's a heavy bluegill population, your green pumpkin, purple, and blues, those will be a primary food color for them. It's what their primary source of food looks like. That's the colors they key on. And so I have this poured on there. This one does have salt in it, so it's got a little weight to it. It'll get down there. You notice it's got a lot of action, a lot of bend to it. So let me show you what I do with it. Most guys, when they Texas rig something, they are going to come in and with a typical offset worm hook or something like this, they're going to come in that first 1/4 inch and turn. Now, I use VMC offset hooks. These VMC ones it's like they're made for this. They're incredible. I want you to notice that this hook has a little kink to it, okay, a little 3-degree angle. That helps this hook line up better. So with a typical Texas rig, something like this, that's what they do. If you're fishing on a highly pressured lake and somebody's throwing a Texas rig, 95% of them, maybe even 99% of them, they're using this look right here. And then they're going to add, a small bullet weight to it. These small little bullet weights, and they work fine. You can peg them. You don't have to peg them. It's great. However, think about it. The fish see this all the time. As a co-angler, I got to do something a little different. On a high-pressure lake, you need to do something a little different. And so instead of this, I'll show you what I do. Take this, and I start into it, and I start feeding this worm on to where it starts coming down that other side, okay? Right in front of this, where the egg sacs and things are. I'm going to run it about right there. Come out. You say, well, what are you going to do with all that? Let me show you what happens here. This is one of the coolest things I've ever found. I watched a video a while back of a pro doing this, and I don't remember who it was. Okay, there we go. All right. Then take your hook, come into it. It's almost in the middle, okay? Sometimes I won't go quite as far down. Maybe it'll be about right in here, okay? And then expose this thing, make sure it's weedless, nice and flat. And then here's the trick. Take you a nail weight. Poke that nail weight in the head of this thing. And it's running right alongside your line. Okay? All right. All my weight is in this thing. I also have the weight of the hook, okay? This little bad boy right here, when it goes into the water, instead of, sometimes with the bullet weight on the very head of it, it tends to fall more straight down. I don't want it to do that. I want this thing to glide down. And then as this thing is falling, let me back up a little bit. One of the lakes I fished on Tuesday, the water was super clear. The fish were suspended in that 6 to 8 foot range, just down off the bank. There's no way you could pound that bank and get bit, okay? Number one, it was a bluebird sky day, high pressure day, calm winds day, okay? The water wasn't slick, but it didn't have much ripple on it at all. Okay, now stereotypically, that's not a great day to be fishing. However, with this right here, and it starts falling down through there, and I let it fall, and then I give my rod just a little twitch. And when I do that, this thing will come up like this and then back down. Okay, think about it as a co-angler. I'm behind this guy, right? And I've got this kind of action happening behind. It's darting around. Not super fast. I don't want to pop it. Just a couple pops and then let it fall. Let it do its action. When the fish bite this thing and they get a hold of it, sometimes if it's falling, my line might have a little bit of slack in it and I won't feel it. But as soon as I go to pop it again, I'll kind of reel up a little bit, get the slack out. And if I feel any resistance whatsoever, you don't jack them, okay? It's not like a jig bite. This is not something where you want to just, cross their eyes. You just want to reel into it as fast as you can. You reel into it, and all of a sudden, all that rod loads up, and you've got them. This is the one I used on Tuesday. I want you to notice all these teeth marks. See all those teeth marks in this thing? Especially right here. Look right in there. When this thing was falling and those fish would bite this thing, boom. Look where they're biting it. They got the hook in them right there. Okay? Look at all that right there. There's a lot of teeth marks right there. Now, granted, you see I've got this one set a little bit forward. I didn't miss any bites whatsoever. If I felt the weight, the hook got set. Okay? I didn't miss any fish on this. This thing is money. Highly recommend. Again, this stick bait here, green pumpkin purple with the blue flake, LakeChamplainLures.com. Use a VMC hook. Put your nail weight in it. It's going to have a lot of cool action to it. Denali Kovert Lite series, medium action rod, Lews reel, 10-pound vicious fluorocarbon. This right here is a setup that will get you more bites, especially in super clear water. All right? If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. Share this video. Appreciate it a lot. Thank you.